Let's go on the bloopers. Welcome, Graham with the Gray here to talk a little bit about tarot. What is it? How do you use it? Most people don't even really understand it. Most people that actually practice it also don't really understand it. The easiest way, the quickest right off the bat thing to do is just to say that it's a good way to just analyze all the things that you have going on in your life. Usually most setups, think of it as ancient therapy in a way. Usually you'll have to look at the past, the future, yourself, the present, the things that are factors, and things that you might not even realize are factors. So it's actually quite important. It's not BS in any shape, way, or form. You can BS people in it. You can do cold reading, and usually a big spread is for that. But that's also at the same time you're paying for entertainment. You're actually paying for something. And a lot of times in those long conversations, you can come to some pretty big realizations. So there's really no way for this to kind of be, like a charlatan thing, unless you're just lying to people. It's really hard to tell people the truth. Most people don't want to know the truth. The truth usually hurts. I've done readings for people that didn't believe it. I'm like, all right, don't tell me. Think about yourself. Think about your question. I'm going to tell you what I think. And then they're all mad because I'm right and they shouldn't be dating the person they are. And they're like, how did you know that? It's like, sorry. So that being said, we're going to do a little demonstration here. It's going to be a little bit of fun. And whether or not you're using seed and stones or staring through a magic seeing eye or whatever, cards are a great way. It's also important to know that the way I was taught, you don't actually ever have to flip the cards. They help. For example, I even have a little cheat sheet here. And in a way, that's also a little like the I Ching, where you just kind of randomize some things and pick up a page, and it says, the lion climbs in the east, the tiger shall rise upon you. Like, that could be whatever. You really want something that's actually going to help you in your life. So that's why I like a simple setup here. This is actually a very ancient style. We use 6 cards. That's actually kind of set up in a little bit of a Star of David style. So we got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what these cards represent is the card on the very bottom here is going to be us. Us and kind of our question, but really just us at this time. The one on top of it, that's going to be our question, the thing that we're wrestling or dealing with. This is going to be our past, our influences, what kind of maybe even led us to here. This will probably be the future, the possible outcome. You want it to be good. It's just, if it's bad, that just means you might not be prepared. The top is usually one of the biggest influences, something that you really need to really look at. The bottom is usually sometimes even friends or something positive, something that's trying to help you out. Different people read this different ways. This is just the way that I was taught. You could also go with just different kinds of cards. By the way, playing cards. So for example, I have a King of Discs. That is also the King of Diamonds. Who in this, I love this one. This is the medieval, Renaissance one. The King of Coins. So coins, discs, they all represent certain things. Cups, hearts, wands, clubs, swords, spades. They're all pretty simple. So let's give it a shot. So I already thought about my question, and I've been going through a lot of troubles actually. Just big transition and some crazy work stuff and all that, and making some big moves. So I put a lot of thought and effort into what I really want to do next and what I'm really thinking about doing, and things like this are a lot of fun. So let's see. So I'm going to flip these in a way. It's a little bit switched because it's reversed. I don't always believe in reversed cards, because if it's a playing card, there's no such thing as reversed. So you're supposed to look at both sides of all things. So very, very first, right off the bat, I would have probably put down me, the first card. And let's see what we got here. All right, 7 coins. Now, something that's funny, if you know this, 7 follows me all the time. As far as I know, it's a pretty prosperous one. But just because we got the cheat sheet here, we're gonna take a look at it. Just make sure, because I haven't used this one in a while. So 7 coins describes that. We don't need to get into that. Ingenuity, growth, hard work, progress, success, dealings, money, wealth. All right. Treasure, gain, that's awesome. Of course, if it's upside down, it's a lot of the worst, but that was a very good card to start out with. So already if I was doing a reading on somebody, I would have something to tell them is good. And by the way, I'm having this so that this is facing you. So then we do the thing that's the question, really. And this is about work and a lot of stuff for me. And the Eight of Swords. Okay. Sorry, Knight of Swords. Now, this is an interesting one, because this can go a lot of different ways. This can be someone that comes in and just takes charge and just does stuff and takes command, or just doesn't really pay that much attention, if I believe. It's always good to fact check. So that's what we're going to do, because we're going to fact check myself, because if I'm not 100%, I don't want to lead you the wrong way. So let's take a look here. Knight of Swords here. All right. Bravery, skill, capacity, the strength and dash of a young man, heroic action, opposition and war, impetuous rush to the unknown without fear and surrounding. The surrounding cards indicate the influences around the knight in his gallant effort. So this is also really important to look at the other ones. So clearly, yeah, I'm actually doing this. And I said the job I had was like siege warfare. So that's also kind of funny, but you could read into a lot of things. So already right off the bat, this is making creepy sense. So let's go to the past. Let's see some things that have influenced me here. And you know what? I forgot that I'm facing you. So that's actually supposed to be the future. So we'll go to the past here. All right. I believe that's the Ace of Cups. That's usually a pretty good one. Usually of wealth. Cups are usually a happy thing. So let's take a peek here. And I did have I was very lucky. I had a very, very good childhood. Good parents. Extremely lucky. All right. So, not the 6. Not the 2. All right. The Ace of Cups. Great abundance. Fulfillment. Perfection. Joy. Fertility. Fulfillment, happiness, beauty and pleasure, goodness. All right. Now, if it's reversed, that means you got to take a look at your family a bit. But yeah, no, that's because of a lot of support that I have a lot to go through. And for those that don't, just know that there are people out there that can help you. So before we really get into the future, we need to know what's going on. So let's look at one of the ones that are on the biggest one here. 5 of Coins. Now this is facing you, so this is reversed. I think that means someone's trying to pull some Skeksis on me. Usually 5 of Coins is kind of like that. But reversed, it might be in my benefit. Let's see here. All right. Dun, dun, dun. I used to have all this memorized, but not with this kind of scale. All right. Material trouble. Destitution. Loss. Failure. Ooh. Mistress, lover, dissatisfaction. Now, that would suck, but since it's reversed, I've got reversal of bad trends, new interest, overcoming disharmony, in marriage and love. Well, pretty cute picture, people. So that's actually kind of nice. And even though I said I don't believe in the verse, I'm feeling that one at the moment. And let's see what else. Like, let's see who's got my back. Let's see friends and that kind of stuff. Ooh, Ace of Clubs or Ace of Wands. As far as I know, that's like party time and really, really good. So far, this is making me feel pretty happy here. Let's take a peek just to make sure, because I don't want to lead you astray. All right. Ace of Wands. Sounds like a band there. All right. Creation, beginning, invention, start of an undertaking, fortune, enterprise, gain, inheritance, birth of a child, beginning of a meaningful experience and adventure, escapade. So that's, yeah, right now. So if I was doing this to someone, they'd be super stoked, because I'm basically saying, if you just lost your job, whatever, it's going to be okay. Don't worry. You have people to help you out. It's going to be all right. Now let's go for the future. Now we already flipped it. I wasn't actually sure what it was. And let's see. So far, this has been creepily accurate. Now, most people would freak out. In fact, the first time I ever did this, the very first card that was ever drawn was me. The person just wanted to check out me, and it was death, and I ran away. 13 is actually a lucky number. It also has to do with my tribe of Benjamin. So it's a huge thing. It's rebirth, renewal. It means that this crap that I'm dealing with is dying, and that if I choose to, I can move forward in a really positive way. So this is kind of amazing. This is the stuff that makes me, even if none of this is real, I'm able to look at this and say, okay, yeah, no, I have support, and I need to change a lot of stuff. I've been working for someone else's dream. I'm over it, and that's just a pretty badass thing right there. So remember, death is rebirth. If you notice, there's flowers growing above those heads and stuff. Don't look at scary things just because they're scary. So just right there, a quick thing like that. Now, you really, You really shouldn't charge a lot of money for